Welcome back to the City Current Radio Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We get to talk about eWoman. We are joined by their CEO and founder, Amy Karaman. And how are you doing, Amy?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Doing very well. So
Thanks for having me.
Is a pretty amazing platform, and we'll talk about the personal storyline with you and your mother and the honor of this. And so give us a little bit of history, though. When you talk about eWoman, give us a little bit of history because you have a unique storyline as well. So give us a little bit of your personal storyline.
Well, I'm originally from Uzbekistan, which is the south part of Russia. Grew up in the Soviet Union times. So my mother, Elvira, which E stands for, she inspired me in a lot of ways. She was that woman that wanted to show the world that woman is not just a mother and a wife. She's also a person with dreams, with capability of doing all kinds of things that she wants to do and give to this world. So growing up, seeing her doing all these things, I was always inspired by her, and I always loved her mission. She had her own first women's magazine back in the Soviet Union, in Central Asia, where most of the time it's still traditional, where women stay at home and take care of the children, which is amazing and it's great. But I believe that each woman has a lot of opportunities to show that what they have and what they can give to the world. So this is what I was inspired with. And then when I moved to the United States at age 18, I had to escape arranged marriage myself, where I would be the same, another number of, gotten married, have children and everything. But I had to stand up for myself by watching my mom. I had to stand up for my beliefs, and I moved to the United States with the love of my life. Back in the day, it was hard, but I did it.
I was about to say, was that, I know it was very difficult, but was it something where you had to take a stand against your family, like everyone? Was it a
my family, my father, because he's very traditional. And so my father, my family, and I had to leave college, friends, family, everything, and start over in a different country where English is my third language. So I had to learn everything. And when at age 45, I had my son 5 days later here in the United States. I got really bad news. I came from the hospital and found out that she couldn't battle her care malformation, and we lost her, and she was 45 years old. So that was kind of very hard because we were very close with her. She was always supportive of me going and following my dreams. But at age 23 in United States, different kind of country, different culture, I think after I lost my mom, that's when I went through, if I can live through losing my mom, there's nothing else I would be afraid of. So that actually gave me opportunity to get rid of fear. And I think a lot of times people don't follow their dreams because of fear. What if it's not? So I believe everyone should get rid of their fear and listen to their inner self and just follow their dreams. At age 23, I opened my first business. It was a beauty salon here in Nashville. And I was in the beauty business for over 11 years, over a decade. And I learned so much about women, how women on the other side of the world and women here, we're going through the same things, same struggles where it comes to family, being a mom, being a working mom, and just following your dreams and having the same problems, same struggles. So I want to kind of bring my mom's message and follow through her dream and continue it. And that's kind of, I got inspired with eWoman, where I wanted to bring all women from all over the world and just connect and see that it's not just you that going through the same, the struggles. And myself, I don't believe in bad. I believe that struggles that we go through makes us stronger, brings us to our authentic selves, and so, yeah, that's how eWoman came to life.
So how do you describe eWoman when you are talking to others about it? Because I look at it, it's a platform to connect, to share your story. You can share it anonymously, which is a really cool thing as well. So there's a lot of nuances that are very neat. But how do you describe eWoman?
I think eWoman is opportunity for women to not to feel alone. You know, we have Miss Senior USA. She's sharing her story, how, you know, she lost her husband, and we have a big movement of women after 50. A lot of times when women come to age 50, they're like, oh, the life is over. I believe, and we all believe, that after 50, woman actually knows what she wants. She doesn't care what other thinks of her, you know, and it's like, I think there's so much power into it. So I think at 50, you can actually start what you really wanted in life. So Miss Senior USA, she shares her story, like, you know, she loses her husband. They, in 2008, they lost everything, but she believed in herself and she got remarried at age 70, you know, and she's happy and life is wonderful. So
Well, I
I
think that is part of it too, where, you know, if you can capture the freedom of 50, but yet learn that at an earlier age, like you said, putting away the fear, it allows you to then go out and chase your dreams at an early age and accomplish so much. And I think there's a certain amount of freedom and confidence and just, you know, in sharing your story and hearing other stories, it really is empowering. And I think that's a big piece of this is the empowerment.
empowerment 100%. And also I have a daughter myself, and I see that during the COVID times, I was just going to do the magazine just like my mom. But then with COVID, I saw where because women in tribes back in the day, we had, you know, all women getting together, sisters, relatives, and helping each other and go through struggles. And because the way life is going and everything, everybody's separated and then in their like own space, we don't have that people communities anymore as much. So, and what they have is social media. And if you go on Facebook, Instagram, the new generation see the pretty picture, they don't see the struggles, you know, and that depresses them. So I think at eWoman, we open up about struggles and make it like it's normal to have bad days, you know, it's normal to have struggles. You're not alone. So share with everybody, get it out of your system. That's the same thing when you go to your counselor, you get everything out. That's the main thing. You're not holding up, because when you're holding up, it causes a lot of sicknesses, you know, like cancer and all of that. So with eWoman, everybody's sharing their stories, getting it out and seeing the real, so it doesn't make them feel, you know, that they less than others.
Yeah.
So we own it to a new generation. We need to show the new girls that it's not always a pretty picture, you know, pretty picture needs to come within. So yeah.
How does the platform work? I know you can fill out a profile, but talk about how the platform works.
So on platform, it's almost just like a Facebook. You have your page, but instead of following your friends, you following support groups on the topics that you go through as well. So on your news feed comes out the stories where other women share what they're going through. So they see it and, you know, it makes them less stressed, less depressed, you know, and they can actually talk to those women, connect with them, and kind of brings the community on a specific topics that they go through, where we have infidelity, you know, infertility and cancer, breast cancer, divorce, you know, all kinds of those topics that we all go through.
How has this changed you and your outlook personally? So, I mean, seeing all of these shared stories and experiences and the empowerment and the freedom on one side, but yet the struggles, how has that changed you personally?
Well, what it helped me to see that this actually works, because the women that come out, and that's why every time I take an interview from women, very successful women that been through something, when I see them, you know, I always say, like, think about this as your masterpiece to all the new generations that you want to leave. And that lets them be more vulnerable, you know, and share what they go through so others won't go through the same things that they did. So for me, seeing that it's working and it's actually helping, seeing all the women like they connecting to us, and a lot of therapists are saying, I'm ready to help. And then these women are coming to us, like this lady, she said that she was raped by her cousin and she has no one to talk to. So we connect them, they providing free service, they asking for help. Seeing that is actually making me feel good that this actually works. So it's changing me that there is a change. We can help girls in a new generation.
Yeah. Talk about a global perspective, because you yourself have a global perspective. Being online, you can reach people around the world. So talk about kind of the geographical piece of this, and really being able to kind of be without boundaries.
Yes, and that's the thing. Like I look at it as I'm a God believer, and I believe faith is very important, where women, know that they're not alone. God is always with you. And when globally women will see, because a lot of times, like in Uzbekistan, women think, oh, they have a better life in United States, or, in United States, they think, oh, other people have better life. So I want all women to see globally that we're all the same. We're all women, same as men, like we're all humans. I want everyone to be like, understand that we're all the same and we're going through the same things in everyday life. So that's my main, like globally, it doesn't matter culture, nationality. I just want everyone to understand like we're all the same and equal.
How can we help? Obviously, raising awareness and spreading the word, that's one piece of this, but how can we help? How do people sign up? Where do they go? What do we do?
Well, tell your sisters, friends, and everyone to sign up at eWoman. And, and that's the thing, like share your stories. I want, we own it to a new generation. We have to have it in writing so they can go on there and like, it would be great, for example, for, your sister can go and see 4 generations back what her great grandmother was going through, and look it up. So that opportunity as well is very cool, so she can learn like, oh, what did my grandma went through, and she went through this. And it's like knowing your heritage, knowing your, relatives, what they went and through, how they did it. So I believe if every single woman will sign up, that's the number one goal. And just it's like, having an online girlfriend, and having the support. That's what we look for.
Well, and I do think that there is a piece of this where, unlike other social platforms where it's a mixture of men and women, the ability for it to be all women sharing their story, where there's privacy, there's intimacy, there's vulnerability, but there's a better understanding, because they know that, okay, this is a group of women who are coming together to be vulnerable, to share and support each other and lift each other. That sort of intimacy creates new opportunities that wouldn't be there if it was a mixed group. And I think that is an important element of what you're doing to really help and inspire really all generations.
Yes, that's the goal. But another thing, what we're doing is, when I went to Uzbekistan, I went to villages, and there's women that they don't even have access to the internet. They don't have cell phones, right? It's still out there in the world. They don't have accessibility for it. So I believe in the world, what we need right now, helping each other. So we connected with the local government there, and UN Women is very, great at that as well. So they're providing us space. And then we have women that are, contributing with $5, $10 to help those women. For example, women from Uzbekistan will be helping women from Uzbekistan, women from Russia, they can help women, like they come together, the ones that are most successful, they helping the less fortunate ones. And we connecting with the local government, like I said, and we pay with that money for educator, and we educate women in villages, how to self-care, how to take care of yourself, how to believe in yourself, how to raise children, how to educate your children, how education is very important for them to succeed in life. So, and then we're also creating these small bracelets that the women will be working from home, and they will be creating them. So that will create jobs for them, and then we'll be selling here. So, and it will spread the message, and also will help give a job for women in villages.
That's awesome. Will all of that be on your website?
Yes, we are working right now, and we're going to be putting it all up. And so now, yeah, so there's a lot of things that we can do. I want globally women help all women, the less fortunate ones.
Yeah, very, very cool. Wrap up with website, where to go. I know you're also all over social media. So talk about the social media handles and your website.
So we have amazing team. And no, the social media is a new thing for me as far as, running it and everything. But yes, we do have Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok. So YouTube, you can go and check out some, all of the stories are private on YouTube, but you can go through the website and see them. But the small teasers are available for women to see on social media, like on YouTube, and just to see what we talk about. It's eWoman, eWoman with an A, because it's one woman at a time that we're helping. So yeah.
And it's ewoman.world is the website. So that makes it easy. And then also the email is info@ewoman.world. So yes. ewoman.world is the website. Amy, thank you for all you and your team do. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.